All right. Testing. Hello. Welcome to this month's Woké Poké Pokemon TCG League Challenge. We are setting up round one, so get comfortable, get set up, and we'll be right back. As we go ahead and get set up here, I will tell you. So this is round one. We have Michael Latronico. I believe saying that last name correctly. Apologize if I'm not. Michael Latronico on the left side here with the nice dragon mat versus Sean Mills on the right with the nice Woké Poké mat, repping the shop. Love to see it. I don't know what other player is on. I believe Sean is on some type of control style right now, if I'm remembering that correctly. But we will find out. And we are doing best of one, 30-minute rounds. I believe there's going to be 5. So we will be getting started very shortly as soon as they call time. We're just waiting for everybody to get settled in. And we will be getting started very shortly.
Unique challenge. Today we are going to be doing 5 rounds, best of one, 30-minute rounds. There will not be a top cut. We have 1 junior, 4 seniors, and 18 masters. I was saying, Tate, I'm pretty sure you're maxing on points anyway. So
I'm just doing it for the travel today.
sounds good. What's up?
Is it supposed to be 35?
30.
Okay.
30 minutes. Let me see. Just make sure we fill out the match slip correctly. Make sure we have both initials on next to your name and circle
Just an announcement from our judge, Kyle.
Questions before we get started? Perfect. Pokemon players, on round 1. You may begin.
And here we go. So we see a Radiant Greninja and a Cramorant from Lost Origins in the active. Michael gonna go ahead and pop up that concealed cards, discarding the Lightning Energy to draw 2. As the Radiant Greninja is the only thing he has out, he needs to find something else immediately. Trekking Shoes just gets another Grass Energy. And with the next one being a Fighting, we definitely know that this is Raging Bolt. But he has no Pokemon in reserve. So it looks like he's just going to attach a Grass Energy and pass. That looks a little bit rough. Now we see Sean with the Cramorant, so possibly some type of Lost Zone build, or just Lost Zone control style, possibly. There's the Rotom V being able to instant charge and being the perfect candidate to apply that Forest Seal Stone. Going to go ahead and use that V-Star ability to add a card to hand. And that is most likely going to be the Colress's Experiment. We'll see the Nest Ball come down first, though, probably to grab the Comfy. Or, no, what is that? There's a Noibat. Okay, so this is some kind of control Lost Zone style. Excuse me. This is some kind of like a Lost Zone Noivern EX control, I guess. It's going to be interesting to see it unfold. There's the Colress's Experiment. Look at the top 5. Put 3 in your hand, 2 into the Lost Zone. So it looks like he's keeping a Psychic Energy and something else. And something else. Getting rid of a Diancie. And possibly another Colress. It's like another full art Colress, sorry. And then instant charge for 3 to end the turn. Passing it back over to Michael. Still not much off that top deck to help him get out of this one Pokemon in play situation here. Oh, but that concealed cards was perfect. Just what he needed. Now we get exactly what he needed. The Teal Mask Ogrepon and the Raging Bolt off of the concealed cards. Perfect. There's the first Teal dance of the game. And there's a Sada too. Oh my gosh, he just got right back onto that horse. Or Ancient Giraffe. What is Raging Bolt? An Ancient Giraffe? Is that really what we're thinking it is? Bronchiosaurus? Is that what that's called? Whatever. Here's the Professor Sada. To put the Lightning and draw 3. And I'm pretty sure he already has the Fighting in hand. Yes. And he has the Prime Catcher too, so he could take the Rotom out right now. And be up 2. Yeah, there it is. Prime Catcher the Rotom. The Raging Bolt to the active without having to sacrifice the energy off of Greninja. And then, boom, a Raging Bolt. Smack for 210. So Michael able to go from having one Pokemon stuck in the Raging Bolt or Radiant Greninja stuck in the active, nothing going on, to Concealed Cards giving him everything he needed, Teal Dance giving him the Sada, and then just being able to cook from there. With the Prime Catcher already in hand, he was able to get the Rotom out and take those first two prizes. And we see the Arvin grabbing the rescue board and a Nest Ball. Nest Ball for Mimikyu. Okay. So the Mimikyu is going to be able to stall this match out because I don't think Michael has any water in there, so he can't hit with Greninja. And everything else is an EX. So Mimikyu will definitely be able to stall this out. Unless he plays the single prize Sandy Shocks. In which case, we'll see what happens. We'll see if he's able to find that and get it out if he does have it. But he's just going to pass there. And just another Sada coming in. Not a bad idea. Draw yourself some cards. Get that Raging Bolt ready to attack again. And all you have to do is take out this Cramorant right now. You don't have to focus too hard on the Mimikyu. You might want to try to get the Noibat up if you can, but I don't really think you can right now. Just Teal Dance for Crispin. Interesting choice to play in this deck. Ooh, okay, never mind. Nest Ball for Slitherwing. So we have the Slitherwing single prizer. Which is an ancient, so he will be able to use Sada to power that up. The Earthen Vessel's going to discard the Squawkabilly EX, grab a Fighting, 2 Fighting out of the deck. Because he has the Crispin play, and for the Crispin play, he needs 2 different types of energy in the deck. So he can definitely use Crispin to try to power it up next turn. And then have Slitherwing ready to go. Now I guess we're seeing what he's going to do here. So he's just going to use... Oh, he just wants to see the mist energy. Prevents effects of attacks. So there we see the 2 for 140 to take out Cramorant, giving Michael his 3rd prize of the game. Boom. Sean had the Noivern EX immediately ready to go. So Mimikyu and Noivern pretty much can't be hit by the Raging Bolt's entire deck. Noivern EX cannot be hit by basics when he uses that first attack. Yeah, Covert Flight. 2 colorless energy during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So it does 70 damage. Covert Flight, and he cannot be hit by basics. And that is everything in Raging Bolt is a basic. There are no evolutions. So we have to see if Michael can get out of this. Probably thought that Sean was going to promote the Mimikyu, who can't be hit by EXs or Vs, and then be able to Crispin onto the Slitherwing, promote the Slitherwing, and take Mimikyu out with Slitherwing. But the Noivern EX is out, and that cannot be damaged by any basic Pokemon. He doesn't have any grass energy in his hand to Teal Dance, so that's rough. But there's the Sada. Gonna at least be able to power them up and draw. See what else he's got, but he still's not going to be able to hit into that Noivern. Attach return onto Slitherwing. But still, no way to hit over that Noivern EX. Good energy retrieval to get grass energy out of the discard to Teal Dance. Nice, very good Pokestop, revealing 3 item cards that he's just going to add straight to his hand. Pokegear, Nest Ball, Trekking Shoes. Perfect combination. Trekking Shoes coming through to pitch another Pokestop, grab another Nest Ball. But still, I don't see anything that's going to help him hit over this Noivern. I don't know if Raging Bolt has it to hit over a Noivern. Teal Dance on both to draw 2. That's a Pheasantipity and a Lost Vacuum. Neither one of those things are going to help. Lost Vacuum can get rid of the either Luxurious Cape, I think it is, on Mimikyu, but I just really don't think Raging Bolt has a way to hit over the Noivern EX. Because it's not an ability, he can't even shut it off with like cancel and clone or anything like that. It's the effect of the attack. So energy retrieval, getting back the 2 grass. Concealed cards. No, still. Maybe he can find a way to discard an energy from Noivern, so that way he maybe can't use the attack next turn, but... Ooh, okay, Pokemon Catcher. No. If you can get the Mimikyu out, he can at least take it out with the Slitherwing, but... Yeah, there's a pass. Pokestop coming down, grabbing a Pokegear. Sending 2 other cards to the discard, a Cornerstone, and I think it was a Supporter. Nice, there's the gear. Only an Arven in there, I think, so we're going to grab that for sure.
Hey, if I'm losing, you lose good to me, okay? And if you're losing, I'm losing you, okay? It's for friends. It's how it works. Friends, we'll lose together or win together. Alright, I'll go win.
Let's see, what he got cooking here. There's the Arven coming down, okay. Just grabbing a gear for next turn. And a Bravery Charm. Not bad. Bravery Charm, another Mimikyu, or have the Bravery Charm in case the Luxurious Cape gets lost vacuumed. Which is a very real possibility. Yeah, because that Luxurious Cape is sounding quite nice when consider the fact that it gives an extra prize card when taken. So, yeah, okay. Covert Flight. I didn't know if they were doing something different or not. Covert Flight looks like it's coming in. Doing another 70, so 140, and Noivern still cannot be hit by basic Pokemon. Just going to attach a Grass manually to Raging Bolt EX in the active. There's the Pokemon Catcher. Still no heads. Still can't get up that Mimikyu. There's the boss's orders in hand, but yeah, boss's orders, boss out the Mimikyu. Try to take it out with that Slitherwing and take 2 prizes here, thanks to that Luxurious Cape. Or pop that Luxurious Cape off. So that way it's easier to kill and you still take a prize. I don't know what that Slitherwing is capable of hitting. I'm not too familiar with that specific one. I know it was like the counter to Iron Hands for a while for some decks. Night Stretcher back the grass energy to Teal Dance. Unfortunate grabbing a lightning energy off that. You would have wanted to see something else that can help out a little bit better, possibly, but there's the Slitherwing promotion. We're going to knock out that Mimikyu, possibly. All right. So Mimikyu does get knocked out, and thanks to the Lost City in play, it does get thrown into the Lost Zone. But Sean just promotes the Noivern EX. Nice. We got the Airy off of the Poké Gear, so we'll be able to pop that and take 2 items out of Michael's hand here. Get that Night Stretcher. And there's 2 Nest Balls and 2. Ooh, get the Superior for sure. So I would target the Night Stretcher and the Superior Energy Retrieval. That's fine too. Poké Gear and Night Stretcher off of the Airy into the discard pile from Michael there. And then we're just going to Covert Flight for 70. And now Noivern cannot be damaged by basics. It is a cycle that will repeat itself for a little bit here, but it's a cycle that's working, that's for damn sure. I really don't think Michael has a way to get out of that.
Good boy.
So we're trying to see if Michael has a way to get out of this, but that Noivern EX lock against Raging Bolt is tough because Raging Bolt does not play any evolutions. He does not have a way to hit over this Covert Flight ability. Not even an ability, it's the effect of the attack, but you know what I mean. Noivern is indeed taking flight here against Raging Bolt. And with nothing to do, Michael just passes. Sean immediately pops that top deck. Oh no, it just mills the top card, I guess. Is that what the Slitherwing does? I'm not even familiar. But he still is able to get another Arven. Countercatcher, Bravery Charm. He can definitely countercatcher the Raging Bolt back up, or just knock out that Slitherwing for 70, and it goes into the Lost Zone thanks to the Lost City. Sean takes his first prize card with 6.5 minutes remaining, but somehow I feel like he's still gonna have this. Michael putting down the Pheasantipity EX with that flip the script ability. He's definitely going to be able to draw probably 5 cards this turn, 6, 7 if you include everything he has on board with the flip the script, concealed cards, and teal dances. If he has what he needs, he can draw like 7 cards right now. But even with all of that draw power, I don't see a way for Raging Bolt to hit over Noivern EX's Covert Flight. There's the concealed cards. There's draws 4 and 5. He's not used Teal Dance's turn. Nope. Not yet. I guess it's good to let him keep the superior energy retrieval because he's ditching resources in his hand to use that, getting energy back to draw more, which is just milling him more, which is still helping Sean win faster. So Michael either gets milled out here fast by drawing his own deck, or Sean is able to covert flight and just knock out everything. But with the counter catcher in hand, he's going to be able to get the Raging Bolt back up and finish that off. I think he's hit it 2 or 3 times, so it either has 140 damage or 210 on it. I can't quite see the damage dice on it, but 1 or 2 more attacks with covert flight, and it will go down. There's the energy retrieval. Get the 2 in hand to Teal Dance 1, Teal Dance 2, cards 6 and 7. Boom. There's a switch cart, so he'll be able to switch out that Raging Bolt next turn, heal 30 from it. Delay shit a little bit longer, but there's the hand extend. He's just going to shake Sean's hand and say, good game, well played. I can't hit over that Noivern EX. No amount of drawing that I do is going to get me to hitting over that Noivern EX because Raging Bolt, the deck, unfortunately does not play any evolution Pokemon, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It can be easily taken advantage of. But that, folks, was round 1. Raging Bolt EX versus a Noivern EX kind of control list style. Very, very well played from both players, really. Michael did a very good job of being able to do what he could, hit the Mimikyu, do what he could to just take prizes. He got down to his last 2. If he would have been able to hit over that Mimikyu with the Luxurious Cape, he would have been down to his last 1. But still, just not being able to hit over that Noivern EX was very troublesome, and we saw how that played out there. But that was round 1. We have probably a little under 4 or 3, around 3 minutes probably left in the round. So as soon as it's over, we'll be getting everything set up for round 2. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. So here we are setting up for round two, and uh, so at table one initially was going to be Joey and Sean. Sean, when his last match, stays at table one. Uh, Joey is playing Maridon EX, and he knows what Sean's on, so there's a very good chance that he's going to scoop after his opening hand. That wouldn't be a fun match to watch. So we went ahead and put someone else at table one underneath the stream cam here to just see if we can get an actual like game in, since Joey had done just scooping anyway. So, in honor of that, we have Nick Johnson here on the left, repping the nice Woké Poké mat, versus Andrew. His last name I know, but I'm terrible with names, so it escapes me at this moment. Hang on. Runyon. I knew it. It just took me a second to remember it because I'm terrible with names. So Andrew versus Nick. I always have to look at like match slips and stuff to remember people's names because I don't know why. I'm just so bad with names. I'm so bad. I'll meet somebody, get their name, tell them I'm bad with names, and then before the end of the conversation of like introduction, I'm like, I've already forgotten your name. I don't know. It could be Jimmy for all I know. But ooh, same color sleeves here. The nice blood red, I believe. Dragon shield. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hidden V star. So this is gonna be round two. Round two of like five, I think. Ouch. Mulligan for Nick.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, there he goes. All right, so we see the Latias EX up against the Radiant Greninja. Latias EX from Nick, Radiant Greninja from Andrew. Andrew gets his +1 from the Mully. We're just waiting for time to be called here, waiting for everybody to get set up. I think Andrew might also be on Raging Bolt, and I think Nick might be on a Ancient Box list. He might have changed up his Ancient Box list a little bit. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100%. But we'll see here. That Latias EX would be perfect because they're all basics. So you can play that over the Pecharunt. There we go. Andrew going first. See the heavy ball, so we'll get to see what's in those prizes. Bunch of nothing. No poke. Sorry. No Pokemon at all in the prizes. Did see a nest ball in there, though. I didn't see much else before he got to shuffle, but heavy ball not coming in handy. But the nest ball definitely will. That means all of our Pokemon are in deck, which we love to see. Is that a scoop up cyclone or what is that? Oh, okay. So he's playing our Caludon. Earthen Vessel, discarding the Irida. Irida's an interesting choice. I guess it does grab Greninja. It grabs Luminion. It's not bad. We'll grab 2 Metal Energy there. And just to pass over to Nick, top deck, I think that's a Koraidon. So yeah, this might be Ancient Box. Koraidon, Nest Ball, the Roaring Moon probably. Or for the Greninja. There he is, Radiant Greninja. Staple in every deck. Nest Ball again for a Roaring Moon. Nice. And then we see the Pokestop. We're going to concealed cards first. And now we're going to hit the Pokestop, reveal the top 3, send them to the discard, add any items. We hate to see the Sada go. We love to see the Night Stretcher. Puts the Koraidon, excuse me, puts the Koraidon out in the active and passes back over to Andrew. We're going to take full advantage of that Pokestop. Adding a canceling clone to hand, sending a Pokestop and a Metal Energy to the discard. And now we have the Poke Gear in order to look at the top 7 and add 1 supporter to hand. If there is one. There is one, and it is a Boss's Orders. And he has the Arcaludon, so he can go ahead and accelerate 3. I believe it is 2. Okay. 2 Metal Energy from discard. The boss for the Latias EX. That is actually incredible, just being able to evolve, get the energy you need, 2 energy from discard, 1 from hand, boom, put it in the active, and then boss for the first 2 prizes of the game, taking the Latias EX, which is great because that denies Nick the free retreat of that basic in the active. Night Stretcher back the dark energy. Use it for concealed cards. Ooh, nice. Pokestop getting the secret box. That is beautiful. So now we will Nest Ball, get another Roaring Moon to put down. That way we can take full advantage of this Sada's Vitality that's about to come out. I'm going to Secret Box, get rid of 1, 2. Three. I think that's a good play. The Artisan is fine. There you go. Getting rid of those 3 to get the Sada, the Earthen Vessel, the Pokestop, and the Ancient Booster Capsule. One, two, three, four. Just 4 in there, so he's only doing 110 with Vengeance Fletching. But with the Sada, wait, Earthen Vessel, the Booster Capsule for 2 Dark Energy. Then he needs to Ultra Ball an energy in the Pokestop in order to get that second energy into the discard pile. Grab a 3rd Roaring Moon. Now we use the Sada's Vitality to accelerate 2. 1 to the bench, 1 to the active. Draw the 3 that we need to hopefully pop off in this game. Added at least 1 more, I believe, into there. No. Added 3 more, so that's 140. 140 damage coming down onto that Arcaludon. Not terrible, not enough to knock out, but we're not expecting to knock out this early. Double Nest Ball coming down from Andrew, not bad. That's what we call the poor man's Buddy Buddy Poffin. Or the rich man's Buddy Buddy Poffin. Buddy Buddy Poffin might be the poor man's double Nest Ball. His Nest Ball can grab anything, put it to the bench. Buddy Buddy just grabs the under 70. So I think Buddy Buddy is poor man's double Nest Ball. Double Nest Ball is rich man's Buddy Buddy. Mind-blowing logic here. I believe that's a Dialga V and another baby Duraludon. So hopefully he's not able to get off the Dialga V-Star ability. Take 2 turns. That would be disgusting. Yeah, and there's just the knockout, taking one prize off of that single prize Roaring Moon. It's going to promote the Koraidon. I think because it has an energy and it's probably just one retreat. So he'll be able to get another dark energy into the discard pile. Ooh, no. Okay, he's just throwing more energy onto it. Okay. It's going to Super Rod, 2 Dark, and 1 Roaring Moon back into the deck. Then he's going to Earthen Vessel, discarding something. Whatever was underneath the Earthen Vessel. There's the Pokestop. Ouch. Hate to see the Sada, but the 3 ancient cards in there really help. This is the booster capsule onto Koraidon. And it knocks out because it is a... Is it a fighting type or is it a dragon type? I don't know. But it's doing enough to knock out, I guess. Not too familiar with the single prize Koraidon. I never played it in my list, so let's see. He had another, yeah. So he had another Duraludon in hand, or Arcaludon. He's able to throw that down. Oh, okay. So unrelenting onslaught, 2 colorless energy, 30 plus if one of your other ancient Pokemon used an attack during your last turn. This attack does 150 more damage. So 180 plus 140. Okay. That's 260. I think that's Arcaludon. No, that's what? 320. Jesus. I can't do math. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And it is fighting types. I think Arcaludon is weak to fighting. And just the return knockout from the Arcaludon here. Putting Andrew down to his last 2 prizes. But Nick can definitely catch up easily by just taking another double prize knockout on possibly that Dialga in the back if he gets his count up high enough. Ooh, he's about to commit to the Pokestop. Does he want to do it? Yes, he does. 1 more to the ancient count. 2 to the hand. We're going to Superior. How many are we getting back? Just the 3. And we were able to boss out the Dialga. Jesus, the name. Every time I try to go to say the name of a different Pokemon, it like escapes me for a second. How much are we doing here? Yeah, use the Pokestop. $70, $80, $90, $100, $10, $20, $30, $40, $56. I've already lost count. I haven't been keeping up. It's definitely doing more than enough to knock out the Dialga V. Taking another 2 prizes. So Nick just has to take another 2 prize turn one more time, and he has this. Alternatively, Andrew could get the KO here onto this one. And then if it's not able, if Roaring Moon's not able to just one-shot it next turn. Oh, it was the counter catcher, not the boss. Yeah, okay. The gust effect is the gust effect. Ooh, okay. Night Stretcher for the Arcaludon in the discard. So you can evolve again. Then we're going to Earthen Vessel, getting rid of what looked like a switch probably. Grab 2 more Metal Energy from the deck. Power up that Arcaludon in the active and take out this Roaring Moon. And then you should be ahead in order to take out the last Roaring Moon before Nick is able to take out your Arcaludon. So Arcaludon might take this. Unless Nick is able to get to the damage he needs next turn. Arcaludon EX has 300 HP. So we'll see if Nick is able to get to it next turn. There's Iono. Iono might be the perfect way to reset the tempo here. So both of them are going to draw 2, but it's going to be more consequential for Nick right now. And there's the knockout. Andrew just needs 1 prize right now. But Nick just needs 1 knockout on this 2 prizer. Hello, me. That's me. I'm Chase Smith. We got the boss's orders in hand, but oh, that's just the only card we found off of the Poke Gear, I guess. There's the Poke Stop, not helping things, but grabbing the Nest Ball might be something. There's another gear. That is my wife. Thank you. Love you. So Nest Ball, I don't. Yeah, I don't think he can get the other moon, but I think that Iono got it. I really think that Iono got it for him. Because now Nick doesn't have a way. Yeah, he can kind of catch up the Greninja and just pass. Night Stretcher for the energy to attach the Greninja to retreat to put out Arcaludon to take out the last Roaring Moon for the last prize, which ironically was another Metal Energy. So Metal Energy all around for everybody. It was very close. That Iono, I think, really sealed the deal. I don't know. I don't know because I don't think Nick had anything to really discard before that. At least he had the energy to be able to attack, but I don't think he was doing 300. He still needed other energy or other ancients in the discard to attack. So it came down to the wire there for sure. But Arcaludon takes it, being able to accelerate the energy to itself so fast, just off of evolving, just like Charizard. So it's just from discard instead of the deck, which is wild. You got to get it in the discard first, so it takes a little bit of setup, not too much, I guess, but still, it's pure power, and being 300 HP off of a stage one is also crazy. So no surprise here that it was able to kind of overpower the Roaring Moon Ancient Box deck, even though Nick still did an amazing job. And if he was able to just get a few more things to discard and the energy to attach, he definitely would have taken that last knockout that he needed for those last two prizes. But that was round two out of. I don't know, probably 5 or 6. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we'll be back. All right, here we are in round 3, starting with Max Kevelson. I'm sorry if I'm saying that name wrong again. Max on the right, and Peyton Ward, Peyton on the left. I don't know what either of these two are playing today, so it'll be a surprise for all of us. We're just waiting for time to be called. We're all set up, waiting for others to get set up, and we'll be getting started with round 3 very shortly. There we go. We're just waiting for them to call time. That was all. And they literally just did. So I can't even really tell what that is in the active because there's a slight glare, but I see the Ogre Pawns on the bench. Mimikyu in the active on Max's side, so we have, looks like another stall. Or another control style. Nest ball grabbing, yeah, the Radiant Greninja. I'm still trying to see. It might just be a Raging Bolt in the active, and I just can't tell because of the art. And just pass back over to Max. He's going to pop down that Arvin. Oh yeah, that's definitely some type of control style deck. There's another Mimikyu in there. Grab the Nest Ball and a Bravery Charm. Immediately use the Nest Ball for another Mimikyu. So yeah, we're just gonna stall out. Looks like possibly Raging Bolt with some Mimikyus. A good old fashioned Mimikyu and pass. Yeah, that's another Raging Bolt being discarded there for the Earthen Vessel. Or was it Earthen Vessel? Was it a Ultra Ball? Did I miss what card it was? Must have been Ultra. Oh my god. There's some kid trying to talk like Mickey Mouse out there for some reason, and it's very distracting. Looks like that's the single prize Raging Bolt. Interesting. Nothing off of that Poké gear. No supporters at all in those 7 cards. That is rough. And just passes right back over to Max. It's going to be happening a lot. Nothing and pass. This ball for a third Mimikyu. Do we have another Bravery Charm? That way the whole crew can be dripped out together. Colress's Experiment, interesting. So it looks like it's a similar list that that Sean was playing earlier. Colress's Experiment supported control list. Not bad. Was that 2 pennies that he got rid of? Ooh, Crispin. Okay. So he'll be able to start chipping away with these Mimikyus now. 7 damage counter, 7 damage counter, 7 damage counter, 7 damage counters. First spin, attach, and 70. Nest ball coming down from Peyton here. What is he going to get off of that might help him get out of this Mimikyu lock? The Fez will not help. Sandy Shocks, or like we saw the first game, the Slitherwing could help. That benched single prize Raging Bolt could do something. You got to get him powered up. You got to find that Sada's Vitality. Pass. Attach the turn. Attach the fighting energy for turn. Boss up. Ooh, okay. Yeah, boss up that single prizer and just 70 on that. Try to take that out before it can get powered up and start doing some damage. Boss's orders is useless, but Prime Catcher and the Switch card and Pokemon Catcher, all of his cards are Gust or Switch cards. Try the Pokemon Catcher, and it is not successful. So just pass. Max is going to establish a Lost City and take out the Raging Bolt, putting it into the Lost Zone so it cannot be picked back up off of Night Stretcher or Super Rod. And I think Peyton is just going to scoop there. His hand is full of Switch cards, and with a bench full of Mimikyus, there's nothing he's going to be able to do about that. This kid who's talking like Mickey Mouse needs to stop. Yeah, it's rough to see that. Oof. So people are going to wow, I can't speak right now. People are going to need to start teching in a lot more stuff to start dealing with this Mimikyu and this Noivern combo, because that's just wild. It's crazy how much that shuts off in the metagame right now. Like, Miraidon can't do anything. Roaring Moon can't really do anything. Raging Bolt can't do anything. It's looking rough out there. It's looking good for control, I guess. Yeah, so Mimikyu, that single prize Mimikyu that Max had out, he had 2 of the regular and 1 of the special art rare, but it was all the same Mimikyu. Mimikyu's ability is like a safeguard ability. It cannot be damaged by Pokemon EX or Pokemon V. Raging Bolt is a deck that only attacks with Pokemon EX and Pokemon V. Raging Bolt is an EX. The Terapagos is an EX. The only thing that Peyton can use to attack Mimikyu was that single prize Raging Bolt that he needed to get powered up. He needed to find a Sada's Vitality in order to start getting energy attached to it, or just find the energy to attach to it in general, in order to attack over those Mimikyus, because it is not an EX, it's not a V, it's the only single prize Pokemon that Peyton had in that deck, I assume. There's a couple others that the ancient archetype can play, but his was the Raging Bolt. And when Max put out Max, the Mimikyu's attack essentially does 70 damage. So it had 140 or less Raging Bolt, so he had that in the active. And then he put out the Lost City. Lost City basically says any Pokemon sent to the discard pile is banished from the game instead, so it's sent to the Lost Zone. Can't be retrieved by something like Night Stretcher or Super Rod. So once that was out of the game completely, Peyton really didn't have another way to respond to the Mimikyus. And that kind of sealed the game for Max, having 3 Mimikyus on the board, Peyton having no way to hit over them. And yeah, so that's essentially what happened in a nutshell. And that was round 3. I believe we have 2 more, so we'll be back for round 4 shortly. About 18 minutes, unfortunately, left in round 3. There's a lot. Yeah, so the you're welcome. TCGs. I like that name, that username. That's cool. Um, yeah, so that's essentially what happened. What the Mimikyu is meant for stall, and that's what it did. It stalled. And Peyton didn't have anything else in his deck that can hit it. He doesn't run water energy, so he can't hit it with the Moonlight Shuriken. And when something like that happens, Peyton can try to stall it out. Um, because Max's Mimikyus will just have to keep hitting 70, 70, 70, 70. But they can do that, and it'll be a slow game, but it'll happen. But Peyton just kind of you just kind of see the writing on the wall after a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna win this, so I'm not gonna stall it out, so I'll just scoop it up. So yeah, that was round 3. It was interesting, um, but I'm kind of glad that we had somebody else playing at table 1 during round 2, because then we would have seen this deck 3 times in a row. It looks like this deck might be winning today. It is the Mimikyu Noivern EX, and it might be winning today because there's a lot of Maridon, there's a lot of Raging Bolt. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully somebody has something that can take over. I say take over, I just mean like hopefully somebody has some kind of tech that can deal with it. Because we want to see some people kind of fight back, you know?
this is streaming right now.
Yes. Stadium bump.
All right, everybody, we got Teal Mask Ogre Pond, the box opening. We're gonna be opening.
All right, here comes Koraidon in that pack right there. Good one. Oh, I saw them fighting on my space.
Little fail, but we got one more, guys.
Move 2 from
Hey, look at that.
him. I'll do Phantom Dive.
Opening it for the little thing.
I'll put 2. See you later. That's your dog. Yeah.
Blast Toys.
One. Yeah.
Oh, it's sideways.
Yeah.
So far, we got the Doug Trio and the.
Oh, the Doug Trio's sick. Hey,
I can still see it the way you were holding it.
Oh.
Oh no, yeah, I'm still actually waiting to hear back. I'm thinking around 5.
5 p.m.?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay.
That's also like it doesn't have to be early, and there's gonna be traffic, so maybe soon.
Okay.
We'll see what takes.
Okay, thank you.
Tired of that thing, bro. Not to me, bro. You shouldn't have been printed. That's what, bro. Need that.
Want a snack for later?
Need that. He's about to get it, bro. He's about to get it.
It's at least playable.
How many cards in here? 2.
All right, we got the last one. Everybody kiss it. Come on, bro. Oh, I see A-Spec. About to get it too. They're all getting it today, bro.
Especially the Buffon.
This is what we got, though. This is the pools. And the mask Ogre Pond. Don't use this one. Use the regular one, but we got the little case with this shit.
Phantom Dive.
Yo.
Hold it right there.
Yo, John. That's John.
That's so bad. I used them the other day.
Trio Chiho.
Did he do the thing? He did the thing?
I did not do the thing.
Oh no, he's one short from the thing.
I am one short from that.
Just gonna do the thing.
I was hoping to find like an ultra ball or a paralysis.
One damage on him or one health die?
That'll be that. At least it's a super I try to not get DT for the game.
So I wasn't yet. Like flying.
That's a spicy day. So like when you fed, could you show
Alright, guys.
cards that they like separated? Yeah. If you listed them all and everything, then yeah, it's the game I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
it's like
it.
you didn't have to pick up penalties for, I mean, the knockout. The last one.
I mean, it is what it is, though. There are two prizes.
Wow, one card?
Raging Bolt pack.
I wish they would.
Yeah, I used to use this. It was actually good. Whenever I use this shit, like, people wouldn't even try to attack it, even though it's just 10. You know what I'm saying? Just 10 more than that. It would make it 300.
If you like do your three, like put them down and it was. Maybe then we can do that. We can put them back in just be a warning for failure to keep up the game state. You listed on the
Do Phantom dive. I'll put 5. Are you out on this thing? Total?
I'm at 260 altogether.
260 altogether. And you're at how much did I say? I'm gonna give you
From where you did, you can't shuffle it. That's why
5.
it's supposed to be what it was originally. You're changing the game to having to shuffle to make your mana again. It's a whole new hand. When you're matching, I have it. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You cheese whiz.
Shark. My owner never like nothing. But she had only used one sock so far. Like, she for getting her side. Tight. I had the Boston ham plus the energy. My little worker. 0-0. I was one energy shy of doing it. I had a hand, so in my mind I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. He says, box up Gladius, and then you do 20. So like, I made my own short term right now.
Yeah, you gave me a fighting energy and energy ritual. I was like,
I was like, timing around. Juice, your turn 0.
I was saying like, okay, one energy's not bad. You only trade for 210. I'm like, okay, I can handle this.
Move 10 from him onto him.
I thought you were gonna start from.
Lost vacuum.
Now you're gonna have a.
Now it's just a one shot. So I was trying to find out if on Corral on so like my
Dang, bro. That was really good.
Thank you. That was football,
Literally bossing to boss to boss to boss. It's insane. That was wild.
That's funny, Lauren.
Just because the 90 years to get going. Yeah, for real. See if we can't get a head start on it.
Who got it over there? Rachel, who got it? You did? What are you, 2-1 or 2-0-1? Oh shit.
No! We're running from you, bro. We're running.
2-1.
So is the tie technically a loss now?
Pretty
One
much.
point, 1 point instead of 0.
And that means
That's better than a loss.
Yeah.
Because you're higher points than me right now. I'm a 2-1 or a 2-0-1. I got 6, you got 7. So you're higher up on the rank. So that's what the upside is. You're top level. You're top level.
I gotta go.
it's just full of piss.
Just full of it.
Out through it, seeing freaking turn 1, like
my hand. I was like, there's no reason to. I'm just tilling my hand for no reason. He just kept softly. What do I do here? Literally, the only thing was literally just counter catch. Hope you don't have the energy to retreat, pass turn, and then let me retreat. And then I can go to town. Took full losses. Successfully. Really annoying. Each time I'd pop out something else, sit a turn, and just energy retreat, solve again.
Once I saw him kill both your repeats in turn one, damn, it's kind of is he gonna bounce back fast? Is he gonna try for more creepy town? Will he give a mana fee in there? Anything?
I waited until I could finally get the.
Was he have some sort of energy circles deck or anything like that, or is he?
Yeah, he had forced nasty. So I can get him whatever energy he wants.
Yeah.
But he always just seemed to have it. Well, just top deck. And it's not like he had a lot of cards.
I was one energy short.
Yeah, bro. That was a really good match, bro.
I pulled that one out of my ass.
I just literally, after my pumps, I could never find mist energy again.
So you were always just sitting on one. It's like, I used it for retreat. You had to use it for retreat.
Hoping to run you out of. I was hoping to have the last one, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think it seemed like I didn't have the loss right. Just counter catchers. Same thing again. Let's do this.
I was literally just saying that I was like, oh, all the Linky Bolt cards should be out of my way now. And one more.
Where am I?
You had another 3 years in your hand already. What is my luck?
Good luck, bro.
You gotta make that money, though.
Gotta make that money.
Yeah.
Against that way somewhere.
Okay.
No, why not? That's what I said. Hello? Why not? Whoa, dude. That was right in my face. Hi, baby.
All right, here we are with round 4, starting with Mr. Olivier Goose on the left and Max back on the right. I know Goose here is on Dragapult EX, which should be interesting. It's an evolution. And I believe he does have Radzard to go after the Mimikyu. So this should be an interesting game. Yeah, round four. So close to the end here for this weekend challenge at Woké Poké in St. Augustine. Again, we have Mr. Olivier the Goose on the left playing Dragapult EX versus Max on the right playing the Mimikyu. I believe it's Noivern also EX, the stall control style. The you can't hit me. The Nanana Boo Boo. Stick your head in doo doo deck of the format is definitely Mimikyu Noivern EX. There we go. Welcome to round four. We are beginning. There's the fist bump. And immediately we see a Mimikyu met with a Dreepy. Goose has so many full art cards in his hand, it looks like they're sleeves. It's crazy. They look like different sleeve backs for a minute. But that golden nest ball is going to come in and grab another Dreepy. So he's got 3 in play. 1 in the active, 2 onto the bench. Give it the good old nest ball shuffle here. And it's a pass over to Max. Wants to take control of this, so he's going second so he can use the first supporter of the game if he has one. And it looks like he does. It is the Colress's Experiment. Down to look at the top 5 cards of his deck. Put 3 into his hand, put 2 into the Lost Zone. Looks like he's Lost Zoning something and an Artisan. A gold Artisan. Everybody's got a gold Artisan, feels like. Gonna throw a Luxurious Cape and a Mist Energy onto the Mimikyu and pass. Back over to Goose. He's got Arvin. So he definitely has... I think he already has Ultra Ball Rare Candy. Yeah. So off of that, we can get the Earthen Vessel to get some energy, and we can get the Sparkling Crystal. But with the Mimikyus in the active, he's not attacking with Dragapult right now. It'd be nice if this was any other game but the game that it is. That Terra Orb coming down immediately going to be able to get the Dragapult. Not even having to discard 2 for the Ultra Ball, just Terra Orb, grab the Terra Dragon Dragapult. No, he's got a choice to make here. He can evolve straight into that Dragapult. Earthen Vessel to get the energy to attach, to be able to attack, but he can't hit the Mimikyu. This looks like he's got an Earthen Vessel, possibly the Rotom V, I think is what that is. It's the full art Rotom V. I would save that because you know you're not attacking this turn. So I'd bench the Rotom and at least instant charge at the end of my turn. So we have the sparkling crystal, we have the attack. Okay, so that's actually perfect because the damage doesn't go onto Mimikyu, but he still does the 6 damage counters to the benched Mimikyu, which is good. I forgot about that. So he's not knocking out the active, but if left unchecked, he will be knocking out the bench. Guess the check for that would just be to not bench, but then what if he gets something that's able to just knock out the active Mimikyu? I'm trying to do so many things at once. We got Pokemon Go open, and I'm monitoring this stream, and I'm monitoring the chat, and I'm monitoring this. Trying to commentate. All the fun stuff. But I'm just shiny checking. I'm not actually trying to catch any of those. So the question is, do we bench more Mimikyu knowing that the 6 damage will be going to the bench? Or do we just try to stall out for 1? He could just evolve into Drac Cloak and start jet headbutting. But if we get a Mimikyu on the bench with another Mist Energy, then it's safe from that 6 damage. And boom, there goes Mimikyu, putting the 70 damage onto Dragapult. Goose is going to bench the Pidgey, put a fire energy on the Dreepy, and here comes the Iono. Both players are going to get to draw 6 from this, though. So it's more of a hand reset for Goose than anything else. Phantom Dive, putting all 6 onto that one on the bench. With the Hero's Cape. Interesting. Okay. So he's going to take full advantage of each of these not having a mist energy. And just go one by one. There's the mist energy from Colress's Tenacity. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I was looking away, looking at cameras. Mist energy is onto the one with the Hero's Cape. And we're just going to put 7 more onto the active. Putting 140 damage onto that Dragapult EX. Night Stretcher. What are we getting off Night Stretcher? Okay, not bad. Rotom V. Now we can instant charge. You can still knock out that third Mimikyu. They can waste some resources to get it back out at least. Instead, he's going to retreat the active Dragapult and instant charge, leaving that Dreepy in the active. And the Penny pick up, so he's going to use Penny, the supporter, to pick up the Mimikyu and all attached cards, put them into his hand, and just immediately put the Mimikyu back down and reattach those same cards. So that's what happened for anybody who missed that. The Penny supporter card allows you to pick up a basic Pokemon on your field and all attached cards and put it into your hand. So he just picked it up and put it right back down and attached the same cards to it. And 70 to the Dreepy to knock it out, getting a prize card.
Just make sure. Thank you for my soul. Thank you.
Rotom in the active. Counter Catcher, the one with the Hero's Cape into the active. I guess just instant charge for 3. And we see another Colossus Tenacity come down from Max, grabbing the basic Psychic Energy. So that way now the active Mimikyu can also be attacking for 70. And there we see the 7 damage counters go on to Rotom V. Ooh, Radiant Alakazam is a very decent play here. Now Rare Candy Pidgeot, so we can quick search, possibly grab the Dracloak. Start jet headbutting with that.
I'm gonna move 2 damage, put it onto him.
With the Radiant Greninja, we're going to take 2 damage counters from the other Mimikyu that had 6 and put them onto the other one on the bench that had none. Radiant Alakazam's Painful Spoons ability. There's Quick Search. I think Dracloak here for the Jet Headbutts would be good. Duskull's not bad. The Dusclops line, if you're able to Painful Spoons enough damage to the other Mimikyu, you can just Dusknoir and take them out that way. Especially that one on both of those on the bench would grant Goose 3 prizes because of Luxurious Cape. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's the Penny to pick up the one that had the damage that was able to be moved. So that will make things a little bit rougher, for sure. And he's just going to put 7 more onto Rotom V.
It's like a number 7.
There's the Dracloak. He's got to find a way to get that Dracloak powered up and into the active spot. So he can start swinging with that jet headbutt. Rare Candy Dust Noir. Perfect. Excuse me. There was just a fist bump, so. Oh, are they just? Are they just IDing? I'm not too sure. I think they might have just agreed to ID, which is weird because they're not doing top cut or anything. Or they're probably just going to call it a tie now because he knows this is going to take a while. Either way, not sure why they just automatically called it a tie there. It's only round 4. Still one more left after this. There's still over 12 and a half minutes left in the round. That's for turn onto the Dragapult. Buff up that Alakazam a little bit. No. Rescue board. Okay. Get the Rotom out of there. And now Dragapult Jet Headbutt for 70. Nice taste of Mimikyu's own medicine there.
You got one grass, two fighting for life.
Either way, I would
Return the land.
Arvin for Lost Vacuum and the Luxurious Cape. Okay. What are we using the Lost Vacuum on? Ooh, the experience share. Okay, so that's what it was on Alakazam, was an experience share. And then just 70 onto Dracloak.
If I can get a comeback out of this, it'd be impressive. I've seen it done before.
Attaching for turn onto the Alakazam.
Oh, counter catcher the other.
Counter catcher. Ooh, okay. Counter catcher, the one with the Luxurious Cape that already has 20 on it. Quick search. There's still one card sitting in that deck slot. There you go. Looks like it was the Vitality Band that he got off the quick search. No? Changed it? So.
I will
Open. Put
read Mist Energy first.
You can go through it.
Is this round 5?
Just effective attacks.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. 3 of them.
I was about to say.
You're at 170 right now on Mimikyu in the back.
I'm at 170. I'm currently at 1.
And Jet Headbutt. Is that Jet Headbutt coming in? We're going to blow up that one in the back, which will take it out.
And then I will
We'll each take a prize. Ooh, nice. Perfect. Not bad. So they did ID, I guess, but the Lost Vacuum taking off the Luxurious Cape and Jet Headbutt taking out the Mimikyu, leaving Max with no Pokemon in play to promote to the active, giving Goose the win. They did circle tie on the match slip, so I guess they ID'd thinking that the match would go longer. I'm not sure, but Goose did win that. So that's pretty cool. Dragapult has what it takes to take down the Mimikyus for sure. That was crazy. I did not. He definitely found what he needed at the end there. That was crazy. So we got one more round left. Round 5 coming soon. Less than 10 minutes. Probably less than 8 minutes until the end of round 4. Then we'll just be waiting for everything to get paired up, and we'll be starting round 5, final round. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the challenge.
Once the damage is out there, you're fine. That's like, and I think it's what's worse is the illusion is stuck there. Whereas the Duster, at least you can move it. He gets put up in the front or whatever, blow yourself up, do some actions, and you get way more out of it. Yeah. Well, that's the shit, brother. Good luck to your last one, man. Yeah, likewise. I mean, we'll both see each other up top.
Exactly.
We'll take a picture together.
Yeah, I'm sure they want one for the Facebook stories.
Energy? That's energy? No.
Yeah,
That's the rainbow.
that's what that deck does.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I think this is what I'm taking San Antonio. This Dragapult feels so comfortable in my hands.
I ran Dragapult for a while. I don't see people who go all in on the Dusknoir.
I don't like it. I tried it. I don't like it. Yeah. Get stuck drawing nothing. It's the worst.
And I feel like you almost want Hyper Aroma as built.
If you're gonna do that, for sure. So you can just have all the pieces, bang, 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 and then
Buddy Pop, and once you're inactive, congrats, you got your type word set.
literally.
I already know you got it.
And then again, you can also just do pressure trolley too if you want to.
Yeah. Not for me.
No, 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 no.
You sure you got this? You sure you know what you're doing? Don't miss.
Alright, I'll DM.
And then my last card, pick up here to grab that superior energy that I need.
I wish you would have rolled tails. That would have been more exciting.
Heads?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That would have been exciting.
That would have been a sweaty situation for
Man
me.
hit both of his heads against me.
I did. I hit double heads on him. Did you win?
We tied.
Tied.
Unofficially, I won.
Unofficially, you won.
Taking out all these Mimikyus out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Learned from last week. Getting Sean pulled up with the same. Yeah, we had 4 of us.
3-0-1? This is gonna suck.
Maybe we shouldn't have ID'd. Oh well.
No, we definitely should. I mean, had that game actually gone to tie, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it's true.
We had like 5 minutes on the clock. But
How'd you guys tie? Was it just like ID?
I offered an ID and he accepted.
Exactly. Words were exchanged. Agreement came.
Yeah.
Was settled upon.
Love these sleeves. Oh, you already finished these. Had time.
just me and you on one.
You want to? Give me 1 second.
Are we using this, Matt?
Okay.
You don't want me to start. You fucking play Mimikyu. You can eat it. You know I do.
Who did I just play?
You can eat
Rachel?
my butt cheeks. The question is, can I start with it?
Oh, the fish got just started. So it's not tickle at all. So, all of that.
Did you play a quad Mimikyu? That's gross. That's gross.
You're right.
At least there's spice. And then the game before that was also another Mimikyu deck. So in that matchup, did you not just go to cloak knockout? I did eventually, but I couldn't get into the cloak for so long.
In the other control matchup, you had game about 3 turns before you finished it.
Oh yeah.
Because you could have quick searched for lost out.
Oh, I realized that. I was like, wait, I didn't put my math on the. Should have put an extra one on the thing and then just got that.
Well, no, you lost vacuum the what's it called? The Raver Charm, take 2.
Well, I needed to
Rachel, I don't know how we got
damage
to
over
this
to
point.
the Mimikyu.
You had all the damage.
Yeah, but my math wrong. I had him exactly at 210. But
He has 210.
yeah, but then he brings up the fucking
Like I'll play him.
I was just overthinking. I don't win that matchup. No, I'm good. No. And if he brings up the no. Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, do I win that matchup? And the answer is absolutely not. So resistant against fighting, so it doesn't help.
All right, Pokemon fans.
I guess I would start over Pond.
It's time for the 5th and final round of this weekend's Woké Poké League Challenge. We got Goose back up here at table 1 with the Dragapult EX. And we have Grant Henderson, the Grizz himself. Grizzly TCG over here on the right. I know he has Mimikyu also, but I forget what else he's playing in this deck. I don't think this is his Loyal 3 deck, is it? Is it? No, it can't be. Buddy Puffin? What deck is this? He probably told me and I just forgot because I am just so bad with remembering shit.
Just talking about. I've never been in top 8 here ever in 2 years, and you were just talking about how it's been a while. This is my first since I started coming here. I should let you take it. Mine's longer though, 2 years, dog. Listen, you should let me take it, bro. Never reflect on it in the first place. Hasn't been tested enough. I don't know. I got 4 games tested today.
You got duplicate, that's good. Then you get the whole lineup. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
This sucks ass.
so extreme. It's so much fun.
Do you play Psychic Energy?
No, but I play DTE, Electric Energy.
The Flygon colors.
Yeah, and fighting. That's why I said I don't think I'd beat you in that match.
If you don't want Psychic, you don't.
I don't think I do.
Do you want Force Stone?
Huh?
Do you want Force Stone?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a shot. It's very unlikely.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I would have to load up. I would have to do fighting energy, double turbo to overpawn, and just hope that you don't have a way to disrupt him.
Just stall for like a turn, see what gets set up.
Yeah. But the problem is that I run one, so drawing something that you can just counter catcher and boss me 1,000 times into.
Pokemon players, welcome to the 5th and final round. You may begin.
Slug, man.
Here we go. Here we go. 5th and final round starting. Fresh right now. Ooh, that's right. I remember what Grant told me it was now.
Draw for turn.
Iron Thorns with... Oh, it's Flygon. Why am I in... Of course, it's... Yes, it's Flygon. I don't know why I just had such a brain fart like that. Yes, I know exactly what he's playing, and I have known it for a while. I just completely blanked there. Flygon EX with Iron Thorns and Mimikyu. I don't know how I spaced that bad. I'm sorry, Grant. I spaced so bad. I spaced so bad on that, but yeah. Freaking Iron Thorns out in the active pass. So no abilities from Goose's side, but should be fine. What's up? He's not planning on using any abilities this turn, probably. He's just got the Pidgey out. Dragapult doesn't need any abilities really right now. Lost Vacuum the Pidgeot EX to just get off that future booster capsule and then hit off an Iono to reset the hand.
Wow. I can't believe this.
And it looks like it's just a pass over to Grant.
You too.
He's Ultra Bowling a couple of energy and a Earthen Vessel away. See if it's worth it. Is he getting the Flygon? Or are we possibly seeing a one-turn donk right here? It's Arvin better come in clutch for Goose here. Okay, so we get the Buddy Puffin, we get a Cleffa and the Dreepy. So he's not out of the woods yet. But he doesn't really need to rely on abilities to get set up, is the thing. So treat for Cleffa. We're just going to Grasping Draw with the Temple of Sinnoh out. And able to draw 4 off of that Grasping Draw. Not bad. Back over to Grand, who's already got the Flygon EX and the Iono to reset hands here. And I think Grant's just going to pass back to Goose. Keep that Iron Thorns in the active as long as possible. Nice. The Rotom V down, but he's not able to instant charge. Hesitating, thinking about putting the rescue board onto the Dreepy. Yeah, I think we're going to commit and grasping draw just so we can use as many cards as possible. He sees the sparkling crystal, but it's too late because now he's put the rescue board on it. Oh, a judge coming down too. Judge Kyle coming in and just fixing the lost zones for the players. So after that grasping draw, Grant doing a judge. And both players resetting hands again. This time 4 each. Here's the switch into the Flygon and knocking out the Cleffa. Flygon's attack does the damage and then retreats. So basically a U-turn, throws out the Mimikyu, and it is over to Goose. There we go. The nest ball for the Pheasantipity. Hopefully this flip the script might actually be able to flip the script for Goose here. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there was anything potentially game breaking in that hand. In that 3. We do have the counter catcher. Bring back up the Iron Thorns. Night Stretcher for Cleffa. Retreat the Dreepy. Put the Cleffa back out. And grasping draw. Yet again for 4 cards. Oh, don't do it, Grant. Don't do it. Oh, he did it again. Another judge.
Roger that. We all like men out here.
Not much Grant can do with the Iron Thorns in the active. He doesn't have a switch to retreat it. But he's building up the energy on the Radiant Jirachi, so he can definitely do some shenanigans there. Flip twice, instant KO. Arvin grabbing that sparkling crystal, but finally we see the rare candy into the Dragapult with the sparkling crystal. Night Stretcher for an energy. Beautiful. Attach the energy to Dragapult. Oh yeah, you can't quick search because of the Iron Thorns. Retreat the Cleffa. And there we have the Phantom Dive for 200 to the Iron Thorns. With a question of where he wants to put the 60. Yeah, Mimikyu might be the smartest idea. Looks like he's just going to spread it around a little bit. Is that Arvin? Looks like Arvin. Okay. So switch and a devolution TM. Interesting. Interesting play. He's able to get that devolution off. That'll be interesting for sure. Ooh, okay. Nice. Yeah, just switch it to the trap inch. Use it on that. So it'll devolve the Pidgeot and the Dragapult. Because we'll have to find the rare candies again. Ooh, having a retreat into the Cleffa again. An instant charge. He's got to find his rare candies all over again because of that devolution TM. Oh, bossing out the one with the sparkling crystal. He's going to take it out with Flygon. And Flygon will retreat. And he'll put out the Mimikyu. Or a Sealstone now coming down. Here we go. Now he can find his rare candy, hopefully. He also did kind of need the boss's orders there. He can at least do the 60 to the bench, put 3 onto the Iron Thorns to KO it, and then just like 3 more somewhere else. There's the rare candy for the Dragapult. The Star Search with the Forest Sealstone. To get another rare candy to get Pidgeot. Rare candy Pidgeot. Boom. There's the quick search. Yeah, there's Phantom Dive to take out. Won't be able to take out the Mimikyu, but he will be able to do the 6 damage counters to the bench. So 3 to the Iron Thorns for that KO. And then just 3 more onto the Flygon EX. Not bad. Able to take 2 prizes there because he had damaged the Iron Thorns earlier. Five minutes left in this final round here. Grant's gonna boss up the Pheasantipity and hit the unfair stamp. Very interesting play. Reset his hand to 5, reset Goose's hand to 2.
Is it just as long as your Pokemon was knocked out?
Since he was able to take a KO last turn. He's going to put Flygon into the active, swing, knocking out Pheasantipity EX, and then it just shoots right back to the bench, putting Mimikyu back out into the active. This is getting to be kind of a close game here. Grant's almost got it, but Goose is not out of it yet for sure. Quick search coming in to find the Radiant Alakazam, possibly. Yeah, looks like he will commit the Radiant Alakazam. Okay. And Goose hitting the Iono. Kind of flipping the script on Grant there, giving him 2, and now he gets 4. Now we see a Dracloak. Here's the Recon Directive. All 6 onto the Trapinch for the knockout. Two-minute warning in the round. It's getting tight. He's just going to retreat into Flygon. Swing and retreat. Swing and switch. Ooh, okay. Putting out the Radiant Jirachi is probably not the best move there. I don't know. Because now Phantom Dive can try to knock out the Mimikyu with the 6 damage counters. He would only need 3, I think. You can knock out the Jirachi and the Mimikyu here. Recon Directive. Boss out the Flygon. Phantom Dive. Ooh, now we're going to evolve that Dracloak. And Phantom Dive for 200. Ooh, okay, so it was at 5. So So he takes the prize from Mimikyu, puts 200 onto Flygon for Phantom Dive, and all 6 onto Jirachi. And time in round was just called as he was attacking. So I believe Grant will be turn 0. I believe, I could be wrong. I think Grant is turn 0 because the time was called as Goose had declared his attack. Ooh, Ultra Ball getting rid of the Evolution TM and the Klefki to pick up the Blood Moon or Saluna. Ow. Sorry, I just hit my thumb. And then all he needs here is like a Prime Catcher or something, but I don't think he runs Prime Catcher. He needs a way to get. He has the retreat. Ooh, into the Radiant Jirachi, and here it goes. Here we go. The double. If he gets the double heads here. No. If he had gotten the double, rolled 2 heads there, the Radiant Jirachi's attack would have just one shot the Dragapult EX. But it was not the double heads.
He's got 60 on him. Since when? You never put it on him.
It goes regardless. Even if I didn't say it, put 60, the effect still goes through.
No. He put 60 on Trap and she knocked him out. That's what I was saying.
Because you did 1 at 5, and then you did 60. No, I did not. There was only 2 Pokemon out of the board, was there not?
No, there was because you did Mimikyu and him, and then you put 1 on him. So you did 5 on Mimikyu, 1 on him the first time, and then you did 60 the second time here.
I do remember the Trap Pitch, yeah.
Because you asked about Jirachi being on the bench, but you ended up coming over here to Flygon and
Not sure what they're discussing at the moment. Quick search. Do we have a boss's orders in deck? No, but he's got a fire energy. So what is he going to do with the fire energy? I'm just going to retreat. Put out Cleffa.
Grab and draw. Alright, hold on. That was...
that was turn 2. So
I mean, yeah, you have to hit it.
And pass. Huh.
It was going to end up a tie, I think, regardless, unless I just give you.
it doesn't matter. Even if I knock out the Clef, it doesn't matter.
There it is. I think it's just going to be a tie game. It's just going to be a tie game.
Every bit of me was hoping that you
Flygon versus Dragapult meets at a stalemate. That's crazy. If that Radiant Jirachi's attack would have gone through, that would have been insane. That would have been an insane way to win for sure. Talk about a gamble. But with just not enough damage on Flygon, Goose wasn't able to do the knockout Jirachi 6 damage counters on Flygon for the knock, which would have been awesome. But that will end in a draw. So stay tuned. We'll be announcing our top 8 and dishing out prizes and just hanging out until then. Just hang tight, and I'll point the camera up and be showing the shop.
Now, neither of them will be in first place. It's going to be you or Zachary. Oh, you did? Yeah. Hell yeah. You out here? You just go home? Oh, your parents? Okay. It's all. I'm thinking to go to my friend's house tonight for the fights, which is 10. So I might go from like now to 10 if they're going right now, right here. But I won't be there. If it wasn't for the fight, I think I'd make it. I'm going to the fight. It's Saturday. That's one night I go to the fight. I was going safely and I was driving.
Sean Mills. Woo! Sean Mills.
Announcing top 8 right now.
Max, congratulations.
I'm better now.
Six. In fifth place, we have Olivia. I said it right. Olivia. Goose. Smoking. Goose. All right, well, you're missing out. I'm getting it. In fourth place, the one and only Grant. Woo! Third place, we have Zachary. Let's go. Second place, Andrew. And in first place, Rachel. Woo! And I got 10.
I was like, brother, called it out right now.
Oh, yeah, you're probably not doing something. He's probably like,
Yeah, someone else.
yeah, but my ankle's
Hold everything up. You don't have it on that end?
Alright, one.
Oh, man. Where we going? I want to get
he wants to gamble.
1, 2, 3.
COVID-19.
All right, now top 10 people, I guess.
Where's the trophy?
So I like artists.
What's that?
Play set's not good.
Earth and vessels. Not even masterful. Yo, keep your earth and vessels. Those same ones are like $10-15 for one.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
What is it? Yeah. The news like $80-90 right now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most expensive cards you can get right now.
It's Prime Catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
You got the $90 Mew.
I was
Or my
2-3. I was
17th.
opposite. I mean, if you want to throw the Mew away, man.
I would put it in a bicycle spoke. I do.
Oh, that shit's garbage, bro.
Yeah. I like this Resi board too. Yep. Nothing too crazy. A couple switches. This Earth and Vessel is like I think it's like $15. Yeah.
They're not going to it so
I got a Switch and an Earth and Vessel. Probably the most expensive stuff, but when he yelled across and he was like, "Can I open my prize pack?" I was like, "Did you really have to ask him that?" His mom usually opens all the packs, so he's got to make sure she's an addict. She's an addict. But he's allowed to open his pack. But he's not allowed to open regular packs without her permission.
Sleeve that, please.
Yeah, you're making us all nervous, exactly. I wish I would have.
What was the one card you took? What was the one card you took?
I know, it's always close. It's like, what do you do? Just running into time. I think if we had an extra 10 minutes that game, one of us wins because I think it just was that close to either way.
What'd you play today? How was it? How did it go?
I ran out of bosses. I had one more boss on play. But he trapped my Iron Thorns up in the active for like 4 or 5 turns and it was stuck there. He locked back into the future booster. I was like, yep. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know?
Honestly, I'm just going to help out whenever I can. I think I'm doing that now. Or at least we like that. Like it's fun to talk. Be like, oh well, I got the and they'd be like, oh, you got me.
If you want to go to golf, invited me invited us over there.
I'm looking.
I think Nick might be going.
So people will do.
You don't want to.
No, we can't. I want to spend the night at
I was thinking about Bill Lynch, just I'm in the process of
And Targo's cool, but it's not.
I ran the Bodango that got top 8 or something like that. I'd say it's a good 60, 70% success rate. That's decent. It's got good. My only 2 losses were me, which is kind of no big. I mean, I got close with Max and then Sean. I mean, he kind of just he had the nuts to just throw things out last year. But all right, man. I'll see you next time.
You going to Texas?
I might be. I'm trying to get in. I'm hoping this is
Just working your brains out.
the day it came out.
I'm sure. No joke.
There last night until like 12 o'clock. It was like a 9-hour shift when I got there.
All right, all right. Nice. That is the stream. That is the stream for today. This weekend's challenge was incredible. Rachel taking home first place. Wish we could have seen her play at table 1, but sometimes it's just not how the matches work out. But tune in next time here at the Woké Poké for another weekend tournament. Thank you guys. Goodbye.